Good morning and welcome to Little by Little, a short time in God's Word. Today is April 1st, and we're not fooling around. We're continuing through our chronological reading of the Bible, and we find ourselves in the book of Judges for the next few days. And you've probably already noticed a couple things, right? A phrase that continues to happen. The people of Israel did again what was evil in the sight of the Lord. Begins to show up over and over and over. And it's a pattern, right? And then God gives them over to their adversaries, and then they go through some painful things. They cry out to God. God sends a judge, someone to rescue them and to redeem them, and they get back on track, and then they do it all over again. And so that's what we're seeing here. Picking up in chapter 4, it says, the people of Israel again did what was evil in the sight of the Lord after Ehud died. So what happens? Verse 2, the Lord sold them into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan. Verse 3, then the people of Israel cried out to the Lord for help, because he was oppressing the people of Israel cruelly for 20 years. Now, if you remember, as we ended Deuteronomy, there were these blessings and curses. And as you end Joshua reiterates some of these as well and says, hey, you got to serve the Lord. Oh, we're going to serve the Lord. He's like, you're not going to. And so if you don't, here's what it's going to look like. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we're going to serve the Lord. And that didn't turn out so well. Right? Because when you're doing it just for saying a name and just to check a box, you're going to miss out. And that's why we never want to turn Christianity into a box-checking deal. Got to do this, got to do this, got to do that. It's relationship. And when relationship is lacking, in whatever form, for whatever kind of relationship you're in, you're going to have difficulties. You're going to have problems. And when you turn that into the spiritual realm and you just try to follow a bunch of rules without knowing the creator of the rules, the one who loves you, it's going to be difficult. And that's what the Israelites are finding out in Judges. And so in Judges chapter 4 and into 5, there's a guy named Barak, and then there's Deborah, a prophetess, and it was set up for Barak to go and get victory, and he's like, I'm not going to go unless you go, verse 8. And so she says, that's Deborah, verse 9, I will go with you. Nevertheless, the road in which you're going will not lead for your glory. For the Lord will sell Sisera into the hand of a woman. And, I won't spoil it, but it's pretty serious what happens there. And so then there's this great song in chapter 5 that's talking about all the great things that God has done. And guess what happens in chapter 6? Yeah, the people of Israel did what was evil in the sight of the Lord. The Lord gave them into the hand of Midian 7 years. You would think, right, that they would learn. No. But God's going to raise up someone named Gideon here in chapter 6. What is God calling you to today? Till next time, keep growing little by little.